Embarrassing moments, take 5. Take 6.
Take 7.
Take 8.
Okay, wait.
I'll do this. Can you see me?
Yes.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm glad all of you liked the Dares video. Obviously, it was very awkward for me. I will never do that again. And today, I have brought Taylor back. She is quite the character. Today, we will be talking about embarrassing moments. As you can see, we have a list here, and we shall read them off and tell of our stories. I will start first, and I'm going to start with every gym class ever. I'm the worst person at sports. I'm not a very sportsy kind of person. So
true story.
Every gym class I've ever been to has got to be the most embarrassing moment. Like, it's not the most embarrassing moment, but I'm ranking them pretty bad. Because, I mean, it's pretty much me wearing awfully baggy clothes, running around with chicken legs, and getting hit in the head with basketballs. That's my life. She's gonna kick it off with her top 5. Her number 5 is...
one of our good friends, I'm not gonna mention his name because I don't want to be that mean. Me and him were together, and I was like, hey, let's go out to eat. We don't have anything else to do, so let's just go eat some Mexican food. And we get there, and there's this other girl that we know. She is a senior. And we get there and she's like, oh, that's so sweet, y'all on a date. I was like, no. But he ended up paying for me too, so. I guess it's a date, but.
It was a date.
No.
It wasn't meant to be a date. It wasn't intended on being a date. It just kind of
We didn't even hold hands.
Haha. Holding hands is a deal sealer. My number 5 most embarrassing moment has got to be in 6th grade, which, FY, was one of the most embarrassing years of my life. Because everyone's ugly in 6th grade. It has got to be whenever I was actually running. I don't know why my whole class was running. We were running down the halls and we had very slick floors in the junior high building. I opened up the door to go to my locker and I penguin slid across the floor. I fell straight on my face and I just slid right down the hall. I don't even understand physics. Has got to be the answer. And everyone laughed at me and it was awful.
And that was the first year she came to our school, so nobody really knew her. She was just the weird girl that fell in the hole and everybody laughed at.
Yeah. And I had bruises on my knees because I fell so hard on my knees.
My number 4 most embarrassing moment happened at Academy. And it was very recent. And there was this really hot guy in Academy, like, oh my god, let me tell you. He was perfect. He had really blue eyes and dark tan skin. He was the one. I mean, needless to say. And we had some good vibes. He kept on looking at me, and I knew it. And I wasn't really looking good that day, but that didn't matter. And we had some vibes going on, and then I left, and he didn't say anything to me, so I was kind of crushed. And then I told my mama about him, and she's like, well, let's go. And so he had walked outside the door, and we drove by, and she goes, hey, what's your name? And he goes, Brennan. And then we just drove off because I was panicking. And then we just drove by him like 3 or 4 more times. And he kept on looking at us and it was really awkward.
Did he have a nice butt?
Yeah.
Oh. My number 4 most embarrassing moment once again has to do with PE. I had just came back from a competition and I had bought a white sweatshirt and white sweatpants to go with it. And I thought I was really cool looking, but once again I was in 6th grade. And I had very bad panty lines. I wore the white pants to PE. And they had words on the butt, which didn't help. Like, if your pants have words on the butt, don't have panty lines, because everybody's going to read the words. And then they're going to see the panty lines.
Number 3 most embarrassing moment was in PE. You know, we have a lot of those.
Once again.
With Katie. And we and a couple more of our friends were playing glow-in-the-dark dodgeball. For those of you who don't know what that is, shame on you. But it's just whenever you throw the ball randomly in the pitch black dark of the locker room, and hopefully it won't hit you in the face, because it did me.
It does every time.
And our coach caught us, and he made us come out there and yelled at us in front of everybody else in our class. And we had to do sit-ups, like 50 of them, but we didn't do 50, we did like
3. But the thing is, he walked into the girls' dressing room. You walked into a girls' dressing room. I could have been in my skivvies. I could have been in my skivvies and you walked into the dressing room. Pervert. I'm calling pervert on this one.
Mm-hmm.
My third most embarrassing moment did not have to do with PE. In fact, it had to do with spelling. My spelling class and my evil teacher in 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
We were taking a spelling test, and I don't know if y'all know, whenever you sit down and your jeans get all bunchy, but it's uncomfortable. So like you do this thing where you pull them down. Well, when I slid out of my chair, I let a fart loose. No one really knew who it was, except for the girl sitting behind me.
Who was that?
Naughty. And so I was like, oh my god, who did that? And I was like looking around. I was like, you guys are gross, whoever did that. Like, come on. And then she looked at me and she was like,
I didn't know that.
she knew it was me. But I blamed it on other people, and it sits on my soul to this very day.
Who did you blame it on?
I didn't blame it on anybody. I blamed it on everybody. I was like, who did that?
Oh my god, y'all are disgusting. Come on now, we're in 6th grade.
Only time I've ever farted in class, on accident.
Number 2. For those of y'all that don't know, I play softball. And I was talking to this boy, but he invited me to go play on his team, so I was like, okay, yeah, okay. And I was warming up with this girl, and she threw me the ball, and I missed it, so I was running towards it. And I stepped on it, and I tripped. And everybody saw me. It was really embarrassing.
My second most embarrassing moment is shameful. I never wanted this to happen. And me and my friend, Lindsay, you should go to her page, If You Lie to a Bird. I don't know if she wants me to tell this about her, but I'm going to anyway. For a while, not a while, but for like a week or 2 or 3, we put socks in our bras.
I didn't do this,
Tyler
actually.
didn't.
I knew about it, but I refused.
Me and Lindsay did. Well, we did that, and the plan worked out great for a little while. Until the day I wore a V-neck to school. And my sock fell out. It was like slipping, it was like kind of here, and then this guy that I had previously dated was like, Kitty, and he like pointed at it, and I was like, my bra's broken. And like, if I let the water slide, like, you can make up better lies than that. But I don't do that anymore.
Number 1, yay!
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah, this one's bad.
Oh.
I think we were in 8th grade when this happened. And there was some senior boys that were playing basketball in the gym. And they were hot at the time. They're not hot anymore.
They're just fat.
Yeah.
Freshman 15, everybody.
Freshman 15. Well, actually, they were never freshmen because they didn't go to college.
Yeah.
They just went to work.
There you go.
And, yeah, so they were playing basketball. And whenever I walked in, I guess one of them threw the ball and hit me in the face. Or the head, whatever. It was traumatizing because I fell over. I was not okay. Fragile state. And one comes in, like, picks me up. He's like, oh, are you okay? I didn't mean to do that. And I was like, and then I just ran off. It was really awkward. Okay, so we're done with the awkwardness.
Now that we have exposed our most embarrassing moments to the entire interworld, I'm ashamed. But not ashamed, because it's also very hilarious, and I'm glad that I can look back and laugh on these things and not go and die under a rock somewhere.
Learn from our mistakes.
Learn from your mistakes and our mistakes. Don't fart in class, and don't run away from hot guys, especially if they're seniors. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, tell your friends. Taylor's links to her Twitter and Instagram will be in the bio section. Go watch other videos. If you want to watch my dad's video, click on Taylor's face. And if you would like to go subscribe to my channel, click on my face. We'll see you guys later. Well, I will. Taylor will definitely be back in the future, and we'll see you guys later. I'll see you next week, next month, next year. Bye!
I live in the valley.
No! Dead!